notified. Trespass works by telling me that I can't go back, and if I go back, then you can ID me. Until that point, you can't ID me.
Sir, you working today? Hey, can you come out and this guy wants the supervisor? Well, the people at Cinnamon Perry want trespass, and he's out here reporting me, and you know, sovereign citizen.
Oh, I'm a sovereign citizen, huh? Because I refuse to give you ID? Because you won't tell me under what under Title 34? You won't tell me what condition under Title 34? You're busy with me, yet you're not going to go chase him down for
well, if I wasn't dealing with you...
Well, you know what? And you don't have to deal with me.
Well,
so am I being detained? Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
As of right now, yeah.
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Accusations, number 50.
LaPorte City Police Department?
City Police Department.
Under what am I being detained for?
I just told you. They want you trespass from there because you were over there.
Okay. Okay, so I won't go back over there. Now,
getting a supervisor like you requested.
Okay, so if we don't need anything else, then I'll be on my way.
No, you're not done. We're not done here.
Why am I not done?
We're not done here.
Why am I not done?
Because I need your identification.
You're not getting it. Unless you give me a reason under Title 34, you're not getting my ID. You're not getting my ID. I guarantee it. What you will get is a lawsuit, not my ID.
All right.
That's exactly what you'll get.
I'm recording you as well. Just so
I know you are.
I'm recording.
That's fine.
I'm gonna go sit in my car until my supervisor gets here.
Okay.
Before this interaction even begins, it's important to understand what makes this encounter so explosive. Today's video isn't just a simple disagreement. It's a full-blown constitutional showdown between a citizen who knows his rights and an officer who, well, let's just say he's improvising the law as he goes. From the very first moment, the officer approaches with an attitude of authority that doesn't match the situation. No crime reported, no investigation underway, just a vague call that somehow magically justifies detainment, ID demands, and accusations of harassment. But as you'll see, the officer's confidence crumbles the moment he's asked to cite an actual statute, and that's when the tension skyrockets. The citizen stands firm, demanding the legal basis for detainment under Title 34, while the officer fumbles, contradicts himself, and ultimately reveals he has no clue what elements the law requires. This confrontation quickly turns into a masterclass in how not to handle a public interaction. And trust me, the deeper this goes, the more the cracks begin to show. Stick around, because this one escalates fast and exposes serious issues with training, power, and accountability.
So am I still being detained even though you're in your car?
I want you to remain in the area until my supervisor gets here.
So am I being detained though? Is that official detainment?
Yeah, you're not free to
I'm
leave.
just asking you. If I'm not free to leave, I'll stay here. I don't care. You can go sit in your car and I'll stay right here. I just wanted to know since you're going back to your car. That's not normal. That's not standard procedure. So I just wanted to know because I have no problem staying here. That's just weird that you're going to go back to your car, you know?
When you bored, you gotta like grab EMS and someone that just lost a family member.
Okay.
You're over there like recording there on their property.
I'm not recording on their property.
Okay, so they want you to trespass from there.
I'm not recording on their property.
Because I want everybody to see this.
Okay.
All right, you were over there harassing somebody that just lost a family member.
But I wasn't.
EMS.
I wasn't.
When you trespass.
Okay, so let's walk down here to the edge of the building. Let me show you this.
Your request that you get a supervisor.
Let me show you this.
Coming down here.
Let's go to the edge of the building and I'm going to show you this. I didn't even walk past the alleyway. I didn't even walk past the alleyway. I have it on video. If you search me to get my identification, you're going to have a lawsuit. I will not give you an ID unless you give me a reason under Title 34 to have it. That's the only way you're getting it.
All right.
Because you cannot trespass me from a public sidewalk.
Yes, I can. You weren't on a public
You can trespass me from a public sidewalk? Go. You know what? Go fuck yourself, dude. You cannot do that.
And the person lost a family member saying you were on the property.
I wasn't on the property. A lot of people think if I show you the video, then will you arrest them for false informing? If I show you...
Right here is where the tone of the interaction becomes crystal clear. Notice how the officer doesn't start with a lawful basis for detainment, nor does he communicate any specific crime. Instead, he relies on vague claims like they want you trespassed, without verifying whether the citizen was even on private property. The officer defaults immediately to suspicion, not investigation. And this is a pattern we see far too often. Officers treat a call as permission to demand ID, even though legally they need reasonable suspicion of a crime, not just a complaint. At this point, the citizen is calm, direct, and asking the correct legal question: under what authority? Meanwhile, the officer is already leaning on emotional accusations instead of facts. This is the moment where you can tell things are about to go downhill fast.
See the video. Will you arrest me them for false informing?
Sure, go ahead. I'm not going to arrest them, but I like to see the video.
You're not going to arrest them for false informing if I show you the video.
False informing.
It is, because they lied to, they lied and said that I was on their property.
You know the IC code for false informing.
You know what? You better find out the IC code, not only about that, but also about IDing before you decide to do anything stupid today.
Okay.
Yeah. And then when we're done here, I'm going to go back over there, and if they're outside, and I'm going to find out, I'm going to take pictures of every single one of them out there. I'm going to run them through facial recognition software. I'm going to find out who they are, and then I'm going to make sure they're prosecuted for false informing.
So
you're not going to do that. No, because I'm going to take the pictures from over here.
So you're going to harass somebody that just lost.
I'm not harassing nobody. They're harassing me because I did nothing to them. They're harassing me.
The lady's literally on the spot.
They're calling and false informing to harass me.
Like crying because she just lost her father, and you're over there harassing.
I did nothing. I simply walked up there to the edge of the alleyway. I walked up to the edge of the alleyway, and I invited you over to the edge of the building so I could point over there and show you right where I was. I walked. You don't give a fuck. That's the problem. You really don't care. You don't care. So I walked up to the edge of the alleyway, and I stood there. And they said, "Well, what are you doing?" I said, "Filming anything?"
This moment is huge. The officer officially declares the citizen is being detained. And legally, that changes everything. A detainment must be justified with specific, articulable, reasonable suspicion that a crime has been committed. But listen closely. The officer still hasn't named a crime. They want you trespassed is not a crime. You were over there is not a crime. To trespass someone, the officer first has to verify they were on restricted property and were warned to leave. None of that happened. Yet the officer escalates straight into detention. This is where the officer's lack of clarity becomes dangerous. Detainment without legal cause opens the door to unlawful seizure, civil rights violations, and lawsuits. The citizen knows it. The officer clearly does not.
I can see from public view. That was it. Because I walked around the corner from the old hospital building, seen an ambulance there. That was it. So I walked up to the edge of the alleyway. That's exactly what was said. And then I said, and then she told me, "Fuck you." And I said, "Congratulations. You're exercising your rights just like I am mine." That was the whole conversation. That was all that was said. End of story. Literally less than 60 seconds later, I walked away and came this way. I didn't even go past the edge of the alleyway. That's exactly how it happened. I have video proof of it. There was no harassment whatsoever. You need to learn the IC code for harassment too, by the way.
I know that IC code for harassment.
Okay.
That is not harassment.
Huh?
That is not harassment.
Exactly. And that's what I'm telling you, man. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just explaining to you that all I'm out here doing is a constitutionally protected activity. I did not harass her. That's literally all that was said, man. That's literally it. And you riled up this conversation like this.
No, I came up real nice, asking who you are, what you're doing, what's up.
Okay, and I was on the phone with my wife, and I was nice enough to get off the phone with her so I can have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Okay?
So here's the thing. It's equivalent to, like, if I come on your property, you have every
But I didn't go on anybody's property. I was on the sidewalk.
And it's equivalent to me. Like, if you come on my property, I have the right to trespass you. It's
correct.
The same situation.
But I didn't go on the property. I was on this public sidewalk, man. I didn't even go past the alleyway.
Okay, well,
it's on video.
Here's where the officer's behavior becomes even more questionable. He orders the citizen to remain detained, but then casually walks back to his car, leaving the supposedly dangerous suspect standing there alone. This makes zero procedural sense. If someone is detained, they are considered a potential threat or at least a subject of active investigation. Officers do not leave detainees unattended. This shows the officer himself does not believe the citizen is a danger or a criminal. He simply wants to assert authority. The citizen picks up on this instantly and calls out the inconsistency. What we're seeing isn't policing, it's ego. And that's when interactions become volatile. Clip 4. This section highlights a major knowledge gap that should concern every viewer. The citizen clearly cites the law. ID is only required under specific legal circumstances, typically during a lawful detainment for a suspected crime. The officer, instead of responding with the statute or providing clarification, doubles down with emotion and assumptions. He even attempts to rewrite the rules of trespassing, claiming he can trespass someone from a public sidewalk, which is absolutely false. The sidewalk is a traditional public forum. You cannot be trespassed from it unless you are committing a crime. This part shows why understanding the law protects citizens from overreach. The officer's inability to cite any legal basis is the biggest red flag of this interaction so far.
It's on video. Video weighs up more than anything.
That, you never showed me the video. You continue to record.
No, because you told me that you're not going to arrest them for false informant.
Well, no, that's because it's not false informant.
It is. For them to lie, and say say that, then it's false informing, man.
What's up, boss?
How you doing, man?
What's going on?
What's your name, badge number?
I'm Officer Gonzalez.
Okay, you a sergeant? Shift.
Specialist. What's up, man?
Okay. So check this out, man. So I'm just walking down this way. I went in front of the old hospital building there, and I turned around the corner, seen there was an ambulance there with its lights on, and I couldn't see anything else past what was going on with it. I wasn't sure if there was like a crash or something like that. So I walked down that way. I didn't even go past the alleyway.
Right.
Name and badge number, please.
Dyer, 14.
You a sergeant, or
What's going on?
I'm explaining that right now. Okay, cool. So I'm walking this way, front of the hospital building, walk around the corner, and seeing that there was an ambulance with its lights on. Couldn't see anything past it. Figured maybe there was a crash or something. Went to walk down. I didn't even get past the alleyway. I noticed that there wasn't any crash or anything, so I was just about to turn around and come back this way. And this is ridiculous at this point.
This is the moment where the emotional manipulation kicks in. Notice how the officer suddenly pivots from law to morality, bringing up a grieving family, accusing the citizen of harassment, and trying to twist the narrative. But when you listen carefully, the citizen's timeline is consistent. He never stepped onto private property, never interacted aggressively, and the entire encounter lasted under a minute. Emotional arguments don't change legal facts. Officers often use this tactic to pressure compliance by making the citizen feel guilty or socially responsible. But the truth is simple. Recording from a public sidewalk is leg.
Now you're triggering my PTSD, and we're gonna have problems. Okay, so yes, please, okay, because I don't want that to happen. Okay.
You can say wherever. I'm not talking about it.
All right, so sir, do you want me to explain this to you, or?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So when I get down there and notice that there was no crash, then I went ahead and was about to come this way. She says to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "Filming anything I can see from public view." Okay. And then
Who asked me that?
A girl that was sitting over there.
Like a random girl? Was she like a police officer? Or was she like...
No, she's just a girl that was sitting there.
Okay.
Okay. So she asked me what I was doing. I just said, "Filming anything I can see from public view." I didn't even walk past the alleyway. I was still on the public sidewalk.
Yeah.
And then she tells me that, the next thing she tells me was, "Fuck you." I said, "Well, congratulations. You can, participate in constitutionally protected activity too."
Right.
And that was the extent of the whole conversation. Literally less than 60 seconds later, I walked off and left.
Have a good day. See ya.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for harassing me. Thank you for allowing them to harass me. Appreciate it. Thank you all.